Hi YouTube. Um, Today I would like to talk to you about my top 10 fitness tips. And these are really generic tips that I feel like could help everyone. The first tip, I'm going to get right to the point. First tip, drink more water. Just water, that's it. Just drink water. It's simple. If you don't drink it, you die. So that's important. I can do a whole video on just why water is important, but just know this: if you're feeling crappy, then drink some water and you might feel better. Two would be another obvious one, but people don't do it. Eat food. Don't go forever. Bug. Don't go forever without meals. Woo. Don't fall. Don't go forever without meals. And make sure that you're eating. And make sure you are eating fats and proteins and all those things. It's all the, I'm not going to get on a specific diet, but eat. 3 would be to foam roll. Self-myofascial release is what it's called, SMR. If you haven't heard of it, look it up. But if you're exercising, you should also be foam rolling. Or getting some kind of massage. You can pay somebody if you want, but just do it. Oh, your scale. Throw that away if you can. Get rid of it. Set it on fire. Your scale is only going to... It doesn't... I can get on this whole thing about the scale, but a lot of people, you think of it, they get on the scale first thing in the morning. They base their whole day on what that number says. And in all reality, it's a very deceptive number. It's not really telling you how your health is. So it's a frustrating distraction, I would say. So if you're really serious about it, throw away your scale. Judge your success by how your clothes are fitting and how you're feeling, because that number means nothing. Oh. Don't compare yourself to others. Comparison is the thief of joy. That's one of my favorite sayings. I'm not even sure who said it, but comparison is the thief of joy. That is very true. If you get back from a mile run and you're stoked because you've never ran a mile in your life, and then you go and you're looking around, or somebody says something about how they've ran 10 miles, and then all you do is just beat yourself up about how it's 1/10 of what they did. And it sucks. Comparison is a thief of joy. And all of a sudden that mile that is a huge goal, a huge success, it's been taken away from you from yourself. Just because you compared. So, comparison is a thief of joy. Don't compare yourself. Don't even compare yourself to yourself. Especially, I hear people all the time, well, 20 years ago, well, when I was in high school, well, you're not 20 years old, or in high school, or whatever anymore. Yeah, that's a big one. 6 would be get good exercise clothes. Clothes you feel comfortable in, clothes you can move around in, clothes that move well with you. Exercise clothes are important. If you're constantly feeling uncomfortable and readjusting your outfit, then that's no fun. Oh, really important one. 7. Do what you enjoy. Do what you enjoy, please. It's so important that you're enjoying what you're doing, because if you don't enjoy it, then you're not going to stick with it. So if you don't enjoy running, I tell people this all the time, don't run if you don't like it. But if you don't like it because you get out of breath and your feet hurt, that's not a reason. That doesn't mean you don't enjoy it. That just means it's difficult, and that's a whole nother discussion. But sometimes we have to learn to enjoy difficult things. But that being said, if you just think it's boring and monotonous, or it's not, some people find it therapeutic, some people don't. But if you're not one of those people, then you're not one of those people, and find something that you do like. Maybe try lifting weights or whatever. There's other things. There's cycling. There's a million things. Go swimming. Do things you enjoy. Dance. Dang it. People don't think of dance as fitness. Have you ever danced like really danced and not walked away pretty, sweaty and out of breath, that it's a workout. So dance. Like I said, things you enjoy. Ooh, consistency. I was saying earlier, I'm not very consistent. This was the hardest one for me, and this is the hardest one for most people, but this is also where I feel that enjoyment is important. Consistency is very important. So make sure that you make a schedule and you stick with it. I mean, at first, what you're doing in the gym is really not as important, or a gym. It doesn't even have to be a gym. It can be at home or wherever you are. Ugh, sun. But whatever it is, make sure that you're able to keep going with it, and that you can keep doing it on a regular basis. If you're not able to do it on a regular basis, ask yourself why and figure it out, troubleshoot it, and make it happen so you can. So consistency. All right, the next one would be goals. Set goals and reward. Goal and reward, they go hand in hand. Don't just set goals and then make it to your goals and then do nothing to celebrate, because eventually you're just kind of, that's no fun, and you need to keep yourself motivated, and that's a real thing. So don't punish yourself, reward yourself for these goals that you're achieving. So set realistic goals. Realistic is very important. They need to be measurable. So I like to set consistency goals in the beginning, because like I said, that's the worst part for me. That's the part I have the hardest time with. So I will set a goal to make it, I say I'm gonna make sure that I work out 4 days this week, and that's that's my goal, and that's a really good goal, and I'll do that for a month, or if that's a lot, if you're not making it for the full month, take smaller bites, do smaller chunks, set smaller goals until you're reaching those, and then set bigger ones, but you have to have those successes in the beginning. So even if it's like, I'm gonna make it to the gym 4 times this week, and if I do, then, I'm going to get a new workout shirt or whatever. But please don't let your rewards be food related. It doesn't set a healthy relationship with food. But something else that you enjoy. There's other things that you enjoy other than food. There has to, food's awesome, but there's other things, buy some nice paints or whatever you like. Whatever you like to spend your free time on. Reward yourself, even if it's not with a thing, or like, taking a hike or whatever. Reward yourself with exercise. Ha! I don't know. Whatever. But seriously, it is a reward. If you've been on a hike, it's very rewarding. And number 10. Okay, number 10 is probably my favorite one. Have fun with it, and don't take it too seriously. Because I see people all the time beating themselves up for, little, they didn't make it to the gym, or they're not lifting as much as they were last week, or they said they weren't going to eat this and then they did, and then they beat themselves up about it, and then before you know, you're just crushed by all this guilt. And just know that you're a human being that's going to, motivation, it goes like this. It's not an even slope. It's a roller coaster ride, and there's going to be days when you don't feel like doing it, and that's okay. I have kind of a rule. It's the 3-day rule on, if I'm getting way in a funk or out of my groove or whatever, I try not to let it go for longer than 3 days before jumping back in, okay? Because I just don't want to stay down that long. You got to make sure you pull yourself back up. So just understand, it's totally okay to fall off the horse. Very cliche. Get back on again. And when you do get on the horse, this is the part I'm talking about, when you do get back on, don't beat yourself up for the fact that you fell off. And know that falling off is a part of it. It's a part of it. It's part of it. Okay? Plateauing, falling off, all of that, it's all a part of it, okay? Nobody decides, I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to get in shape, or I'm going to get healthy, and then just from there on out, there's not one hiccup or one, they never have one little, they don't tell you when it happens, because they're embarrassed about it, so you don't think they ever do. But trust me when I say that everybody falls off the horse. So get back on it, instead of beating yourself up, give yourself a little pat on the back for getting back on, and continue down that road. So that is all I have to say for today. It's getting a little chilly out here. I'm going home now. And so, peace and love and all those things, and have a wonderful day. Bye!